Hey everyone, this week on Pizza Roundtable, I'm talking with Jim about some of the most controversial pizza topics. We're also talking about Uni's pizza hot dog recipe, an NYC spot serving secret pies on Versace dinner plates, and the best frozen pizzas you can find at Costco. Welcome everyone to Pizza Roundtable, part of the Pizza Club Network. Every week we cover the biggest pizza news in the pizza world. I'm your host, Will Dumas, and I'm joined by my special guest host, as always, Jim Mumford. Jim is both a cookbook author and a writing contributor for the media publication Inside Hook. Jim, what's up, man? Welcome.
Hey, good evening, Will. How you been, bud?
I'm doing all right, hanging in there. How about yourself, man?
Doing great. Ready to? We got some good articles this evening.
I'm looking forward to them, dude. That's for sure. Um, all right, I think let's first start off with one article that, to be completely honest with you, I don't think we got to even talk about ahead of time. I'm not gonna lie, this was late breaking news
Oh my.
out of the New York Post, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm not understanding it. I'm missing
I'm ready.
something, and so I'm gonna
I'm
need you.
sitting down.
All right, please do. Please sit down. Oh, I didn't even notice that I like pizza shirt.
We
Look
didn't
at
even notice I like
that.
pizza. Yeah.
How?
Look at that.
Why is it?
Custom.
Why is it not love? It's just like.
Well, that's a good point. Well, maybe the next iteration would be like that's a good point. Or need. It could be need next.
And then like
Just saying.
a club,
A
like
club. Oh, hey,
like
now we're on to something.
like I need pizza club. Oh my God.
What are the odds?
um, so, let's get into it. So first one up today. This one is out of the New York Post, and the article itself reads: NYC hotspot only makes 15 pizzas a week, and the secret menu item is served on $500 Versace plates.
Hmm?
Um, you know, like I said, man, there's something to this article that I'm not completely understanding. So I'll start off with it. In general, you don't. If you notice that it's Doe dash NT, the Post is always on with those puns, you
Always.
guys.
Doesn't
You
miss.
don't want to miss this one. One of NYC's new pizzas is currently one of the hardest to snag in town, and the meticulous maker of the pizza's prized $28 pie served up on designer dinnerware wouldn't have it any other way. Only 15 of the rare Naples meets NYC mashups are available, and just one night per week on Mondays at Cucina Alba, a classy Italian eatery in Chelsea. So, Jim, in general, I'll start off here first. Price point $28 is I'm already not like surprised in any sort of way. I thought this was going to be a lot more expensive in Manhattan for a Post article. This seems like a standard offering here.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting, something in the thousands, right? Gold plated, platinum coated, but $28 for a Neapolitan pie, that's pretty reasonable. So again, right, if you're only making 15 a week, those are rookie numbers, Will. I think
I'm
you gotta
with
bump those
you.
up.
So listen, the idea here is to fill up early, right? There's 15 of these pies. I think they said last week they sold out at 622. The last table got one. The chef behind this is Adam Leonti, bread quoted here from the Post as a bread baking whiz and author of home baking guide, The Flour Lab. And so I guess there's something I'm missing. You know what I mean? It's a Monday special. The pies are special in that they're quoted from the Post here. They're sourdough. They're super hydrated, twice baked for a total of 18 minutes on a 12-inch pie, which I thought was a long cook time, Jim, for
It is.
something of a round 12-inch pie. We're not talking something, doughy. Right? Maybe I need some more time in the oven.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I don't give it a thumbs up. I give it a thumbs down. Yeah, a Neapolitan should take in the oven that they showed, what, 10, 12 minutes, right? And I've never heard of par baking that style either.
Yeah.
I I mean, that looks like a, right. It looks like a standard Neapolitan. Nothing crazy about it. And I get it's maybe it's a high hydration sourdough, but and maybe it has to be pan first just to shape it, which kind of looking at how it's kind of amoeba like, maybe.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. This
Amoeba.
seems like it's.
Amoeba like that. Is a
I
pizza
mean,
description in quite some time.
I, I call it like I see it. Oh, it seems like either they're demoing something, right,
Yeah.
or it was written for the post, right. It's just, I'm with you. There's something else here. Like, oh, they make 15 pizzas, but it's for the local little league only. Like something like there's got to be
Yeah.
another shoe to drop.
Yeah. I mean, so I know you mentioned quickly the oven. It's Castelli Roman ovens, right? So
Hmm,
I feel. I mean, listen, I don't ever not want to show people love, and I'm sure this pizza's good. I'm
Looks great.
just, I'm just not fully understanding how the post picked this one up. This feels like an Instagram post that's missing like hashtag ad at the bottom to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
Yes,
getting
yes.
this as a post feature in New York City. Somewhere else, totally cool, man, right? Like
Yeah,
literally the rest of the country. But I just don't know what I'm missing with this one. Like what?
I I don't get. Maybe I'll do some research offline, but I'm with you. Something doesn't smell right in this one.
I wonder if it's just the plate. So listen, last thing, guys, and we'll move on. But in general, like, so these Versace plates, they're gold and black plates. I think they roughly cost, the post quotes them here, $500 a plate, imported from the old country. We're talking about Italy here, but um, I guess that's the jam. I mean, listen, I'm all for plateware and great flatware, and I'm in. But
Yeah,
something to this just missing it, man. So if you hear anything else about Christina Alba in Chelsea, let me know.
yeah,
I'm happy to
yeah,
learn.
yeah. Same. There's something else here.
Let's pivot then to something that I know we're on point with, at least that's causing some controversy. And so I'll bring this one back, and this is something you mentioned, buddy. It's an article from your old favorite search provider or internet provider. Once again, AOL.com is back
Love it.
with hard hitting pizza news. Um, this one is 11 controversial pizza toppings and why they're actually good. So I'm always a sucker for these articles, right, that talk about
Always.
some of the unique toppings. But listen, we'll start off first. In general, the article goes: move over, pepperoni. You can find just about anything on top of a pizza, and why not? Variety is the spice of life. Thank you, AOL. After all, so as long as everyone partaking in your pizza agrees on the toppings, get whatever you like. All right, guys. So
Down with that. Yeah.
yeah, right. So AOL, take it home for us here. Let's start off. Number one, Jim, anchovies. I'll note, like, I'm a fan of the chovy in every sense, directly on pizza, also as well as building flavor, right? In any kind of sauce or anything of the sort, a dressing, a marinade, anything. There's a lot of umami coming from the chovy. So I'm a fan. Jim, you
Yeah.
dabble chovies on pies, though.
We both know I do. The thing is, though, I would never do big fillets like that. I know that's a stock photo, but
Yes,
like that's actually very hard to eat. It's
agreed.
gotta be processed. But yeah, you and I both stand for
All right,
anchovies
cool.
all
I
day.
agree. I
Yeah,
really, honestly, everyone, an underestimated kitchen essential. If you're thinking, you're
oh,
like,
absolutely.
hey, I'm having this dressing or this marinade, or there's something I just can't put my finger on there. Probably the anchovies, and you
It's
don't even know
anchovies.
it's in there,
It's
but it
anchovy
brings
based.
the flavor, it brings the fun. Next one up is mac and cheese. So, I'll quote from AOL here: carbohydrates are fantastic, cheese is fantastic. Pile
Hmm?
more of both onto a pizza crust, and you get over the top slices. That's all about excess. The mac and cheese pie is probably not for me. But Jim, I
Yeah,
throw it to you, man. What do you think?
yeah. I think the ceiling is high, the floor is low. Right. I've had some real bad ones. But a place that can use the macaroni as texture right, get a little crisp on it, like the crispy edge of a lasagna, right? and then has, the dichotomy of cheeses. And their Dumas in Chicago is my favorite, mac and cheese in the planet, because they do that, right? It's a kind of a standard hand tossed pie, but a real bad one is real bad, right? You can't just put Kraft on a pie and call it macaroni, pun partially intended. So I'm with you, and I understand when people say I don't like it. I get it.
Yeah.
I've had a really good one, but I wouldn't have it anywhere else.
Okay.
So I hear you. And again, the macaroni should be there as a texture, as a garnish. It shouldn't be a pasta dish.
Fair point. And I like the way you said it, that like, there's been a lot of bad ones, right? So talking about the bar that way, that is for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good description.
Yeah. Good. We're about to go downhill here real quick in this arc. I just want to say that.
Next one up, Jim. This is, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is the essential California style pie, I say in my opinion. Whenever I see kind of, creme fraiche, lox, and caviar, obviously I think California, because I think Wolfgang Puck, but I know California can be anything, right? So, Jim, right?
Be anything. You could be a California, yeah.
This is my California style pie. Anyway, I digress, guys. Caviar is in at number 3. Jim, I don't know about this one. The uses of caviar for me on pizza are this pie right here. That's it. This is the sole use to me of caviar on pie. Listen, if someone's doing some sort of breakfast pie somewhere and getting away with caviar, awesome on the eggs. I'm totally fine. I just haven't found one yet, but maybe you can go that direction. Right. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. Caviar is such a premium ingredient. It can be lost so easy. I can't think of another application. I don't even think that's pizza, right? If you really call what it is, there's no classic pizza elements to it. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm passing caviar, and that no one's adding caviar to their pizza AOL. Come on.
That's from the dial-up days, guys. Come on, AOL. Yeah, bring it forward, right? So next one at number 4, we've got salad. So not gonna lie, I am down for a salad pizza. Very distinct taste, and I'm all for it. But it's like a hearty salad slice. It's a salad served. The dough is the vessel to eat the salad. Right? That's the kind of salad pie that I'm in. But in general, AOL notes like, hey, not a bad idea to have salad to kind of cut through all of those, salty, rich ingredients in general on top of pies. I don't know. What do you think, man?
Yeah, you're spot on. They're salad pies, right? A taco pie is a thing, right? Or fishing a pie with arugula or microgreens. I'm here for it. Again, the ceiling is high, the floor is very low, right? You gotta have the right pie, the right veggies, and this isn't something you're carrying out, right? You're eating it right then, right there. And I think with Chef Anna from Mercurio's, I think she talked about it, right? It's like she won't even do it. Right. She won't even like mess around. So again, I'm here for it, but in the privacy of your own home.
I agree. Or I will say I've had a lot of good like slice shop style salad slices. That's great because the pies are there, throw it on top of bang, 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 boom, sit down, eat it, bang it out, we're good.
You got it. Same page.
Keep it rolling. Let's see. Number 5, controversial as always, pineapple. I just feel this is not as divisive as it once was. I think for me personally, listen, I understand that this pineapple fits where it can fit. If there's a use case for in a pie, totally fine for it. No concern over here.
Same.
Broccoli. Quoted here from AOL, roasting broccoli until it's charred around the edges is one of the best ways to cook it. When you put it on a pizza that bakes in a super hot oven, the same delicious browning happens. The same magic happens for shaved Brussels sprouts and spinach, all of which are amazing on pizza. I wasn't thinking of browning spinach in the same way. I'm not sure, but I think charred broccoli. I don't think charred spinach. I don't know if I've ever had charred spinach. Fried spinach, sure,
spinach.
But not a charred.
I don't think spinach doesn't char. Other leaves, but it just goes from wilting to burn. But okay, yeah. I don't like broccoli. Broccoli white pizza puffs, right? I'm thinking of Ravello's, right out in Pennsylvania, right? They do broccoli style pizza puff, and that's a thing, right? So I think I'm here for it, but again, these are very specific applications. You're not getting it on a standard pie, so I get it. And let's say broccoli can be executed really well grilled pizza, but this isn't every day, so I think I'm passing.
I'm with you there. We got let's go through the next one quickly. We've got
Yep,
eggs. Um, yeah, this sounds French specialty, something of the sort.
exactly.
Clams, listen, some great clam pizzas. This is a distinctive style, though, for the most part.
Yes.
Controversial, though. I think they're pretty widely
No,
accepted.
not at
I
all.
wouldn't be shocked in any
Absolutely.
sort of way with that. Corn, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm unconcerned with this one. Pickles, listen, I'm down for pickles are the new pineapple, right? So what we talked about
Yep,
from a
they are.
conspiracy perspective.
They
And
are.
finally, at number 11, avocados.
Hate it. I gotta pass on avocado. Never doesn't work. I've
Man,
tried. Doesn't work.
wow. I don't think I've personally had many avocado pies either. I have no desire per se to put them on. I definitely have a number of other like mechanisms to consume the avocado from
Right.
besides a pizza. But if you want an avocado
Yeah.
on there, maybe put it on your salad slice, right?
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Put it on your salad slice. Yeah, I'm with you. The article, these aren't device, right? They basically picked up specialty styles and highlighted
Yeah.
ingredients. So I don't know. I was hoping to see like rashes or ramps or something like neat, not no. But it would say, oh well, right? Again, I'm just happy they're still around. But
I agree. They are still
yeah,
there, right? Who knows, man? Look at
yeah,
that. They
still
are
kicking.
there. Um, let's talk next from Eat This, Not That. Uh, this was an article that said from the author Eddie Phillips, I tried every Costco frozen pizza and the best was thick and hearty. So I'll say here to start with, I'll give you a rundown on a couple of them. So starting off,
Let's do it.
number 8, the Kirkland signature cheese pizza. Listen, I thought Kirkland was like everyone's favorite everything. How was this one starting out at 8? But everything that Kirkland produces via
Yeah.
Costco, right, is the gold standard. But now we're at number 8. I don't know about that.
Hashtag sarcasm. Yeah.
Another Kirkland special at number 7. Number 6, Jim, I'm bringing this one up because it's one of these items that we are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Sabatasso's 4-cheese pizza, gluten-free. And again, we are back to this 4-cheese blend that I have a problem with, and I just feel is like a filler style cheese. And this is
Marketing.
what I think 4-cheese pizza always looks like. No matter where you get it from,
Always
this
looks
is the
like.
look of it, and this is why I get annoyed at the 4-cheese blend, because I think there's a real artisan way to use multiple blends, right? But when I hear
Yeah.
4-cheese classic blend, this is the pizza I'm imagining popping out, and I'm
That
so unenthused about consuming this one.
100%. That said, gluten free, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so you get points for gluten free that doesn't taste terrible.
Agreed.
But yeah, 4 cheese. You might as well call it 20 cheese. It's a gimmick.
Up there, number 5 was Sabatasso's pizza singles cheese. Now, I wonder, as I look at this pizza, it is a single. It's not 4 cheese, but in general, there are definitely multiple cheeses on it. At least that some of it's yellow and some of it's white. That's my only quick inclination that there's
Yeah, it's probably different cheese. Yeah,
more than one piece of cheese on there or style of cheese.
I'm not an expert. But
Sabatasso's pizza singles are number 4, the pepperoni version. Milton's cauliflower crust pizza roasted vegetable comes in at number 3. All right, Kirkland's back. Kirkland's signature cauliflower crust pizza supreme, the number 2 frozen pizza at Costco. Listen, I feel like Costco is the king or queen, however you want to describe Costco of all things, for the most part, right? But number 2, the cauliflower crust. Listen, I could totally understand even if we hit gluten free here.
Yeah, gluten free. I buy.
Costco number 2 frozen pizza.
Cauliflower crust has a place in the world, but you're not telling me it's a number 2. But how bad are 3 through 8, right? If a cauliflower crust is like, yep, this is number 2. I don't know. I feel like this is the makings of a hashtag sponsor kind of things. Hey, look at our cauliflower crust. It doesn't suck.
I just, I'm with you, man.
Hard time.
You're calling it out harder than I am.
I am. That's
hard too. It's tough for me. And then number 1, This is the authentic Motor City Pizza Co. Detroit-style deep dish pizza double pepperoni. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have heard good things about the Motor
Yeah.
City Pizza Co. For frozen pizza. I don't know if you've tried it, Jim. I haven't yet, but
I have.
I've heard people talk about it before. That's pretty good. Well, give me your thoughts on it. And should it
Yeah.
be number
Yeah.
one? Should it be number one? I don't know what else Costco
Of,
offers, right? But of this
yeah,
list,
I don't know what else
sure.
Costco's. What makes this right is the double pepperoni, right? It's got the old world and the traditional. That's what makes it.
Okay.
They're not as thick as you want. They're not you have the frico that you'd expect, right?
Yeah.
It's not true. It's a deep dish, but yeah, it's a double pepperoni that makes it. It's good. I it's probably better than cauliflower crust. I can believe that, but I don't know.
Okay, so number one for it, totally
Yeah,
fine over number two. That absolutely makes sense
yeah,
to me. I
that makes
just,
sense. But
I was expecting more the
yes,
Costco frozen pizza section. And listen, I'm not a current, just a plug here. I'm not a current Costco subscriber. I have been in the past. It's just not that close to me right now, so we ended up not going, and
yeah,
I don't go back. I don't often peruse the pizza aisle there, probably because I'm doing most of my other shopping elsewhere. But if I wanted a frozen pizza, I wouldn't have any issue with going to Costco. I just would have thought there would have been a larger selection from like frozen pizzas that this was the bait.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially since Costco prides themselves on having a brand and having a premium name. I expected more than this, and maybe there is, right, and maybe there's more to it.
Yeah,
But
of course.
yeah, and I don't do much frozen pizza shopping at Costco, anyways. But again, the people who say, well, it's Kirkland or nothing, right? I would have expected more. So, next time I'm in, I'll peruse and maybe report back, right, to see,
Take a little.
hey, maybe, yeah, take a little detour. Maybe there are 30 pies and these are the best, or maybe they're only like technically 4, and they made
Fair point. Fair point.
that's why they've got gluten free and cauliflower on there.
Fair point. Fair point. Take a little video through Costco, post that, get some people to check this
Oh
out.
yeah,
I'm ready to get some feedback. Um,
oh yeah,
well, listen, talking about I was going to transition to saying something with
yeah.
frozen pizzas, but I'm not going to get close to it. So
No, it's fine.
moving,
It's fine. I know where you're going.
moving on. Next one up, we're not often referencing, which is cool. So I'm happy to kind of share an article out of Uni this week, and I happen to see it in like the one of those like Uni newsletters I subscribe to. Right, that came
Yeah.
out with recipes this week, and so Uni was featuring pizza hot dogs with quick pickled cucumbers and crispy fried onions. So, Jim, tell me, man, have you made this item before? This is kind of going to me, not, I
Mhm.
don't want to say hand in hand with, but like the viral pizza sandwiches that we're seeing, right? The alteration of items. This is kind of the same idea, right? We're kind of setting this
Yeah.
loaf, let's call it, and then filling it kind of afterwards or putting a dog in it.
Filling with
But
stuff.
yeah, man, have you tried this one?
Yeah. I've had something similar, and really it was in Germany, right? When I was
Oh,
in
okay.
Berlin, right? This is kind of it was a sausage, right? And it had this nice like bread, and that's what I thought of immediately as I
Yeah,
read the article and said it was kind of German inspired. Like I've seen this. This is like German street food. But I'm here for it, right? I mean, pizza dough can be a lot of different things, and since the dog's already cooked, right? You're not bringing anything to temperature; you just setting texture. So,
yeah.
I've seen things I would pass a lot more than this, and it looks good. Great picture. Love the flavors. So I think I'm here for it. You try it, right? You'd have to.
I'd be down for this. Yeah, I would definitely. I
Yeah.
would get two. I'd get the regular and the spicy version.
Yeah. Obviously.
I was coming out
Obviously.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm totally down for this one, and I agree. Nice photos on this one, Uni. I
Yeah.
absolutely agree. This article here by Jenna Lazo. But truly, I'm down. It's good
Yeah.
article. I mean, a good like little variation to kind of make of doing something different out of your Uni or see what you're wanting. But it is a good article. So
Yeah.
out of your Uni.
Yeah, I think it's fun, right? There's a different. They're not calling this pizza, right?
Yeah.
They're calling this like a hot, a bagel dog or whatever you call it. But just kind of thinking outside of what kind of the norm is. I don't know. It's fun, and it's different to me than just like putting everything on a flatbread and calling it pizza. There's a delineation, but I don't know, I'm here for things like this.
I'll give a little side profile shot of this one while I ask Jim. So is well, let me go this way first. Is ketchup allowable by you on a hot dog?
No, no.
Okay.
Next question, no. Well, again, if you're under the age of 10, fine. But the whole thing's overblown, right? And there's Chicago places that kick you out. And personally, eat the food how you want. Me, I don't think ketchup and hot dogs, right? When mustard's right there,
Yeah.
right? I don't know why you'd ever go there.
What if you wanted
Personally,
to use both?
then you put a barbecue sauce and go that route.
Okay.
But no,
Okay. All right. Hey, man, that was really good
yeah,
comeback. I appreciate that. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
No,
Thanks,
thank you.
man.
Well, that's why I'm a co-host.
All right, good, good. I like it. Listen, I'm okay with ketchup on a
Yeah,
hot dog. I will say I probably
yeah,
don't just do ketchup. I generally, I'm totally, put anything, anything. But
yeah.
if I'm having something that's gonna be mustard, maybe every once in a while throughout my house, I'll be like, and I had like a hot dog, I'll be like, I'll put some ketchup and mustard on this one.
Yeah, just going for it, right? You gotta mix it up.
All right, let's talk pizza chains because this is something obviously we are always talking about. So I'll start off here first and say, Jim, in general, when I talk
In
about
general.
the biggest pizza chains, what
Mm.
comes to mind first for you?
Ooh, boy, playing along. You'd think a Domino's or a Pizza Hut.
Hmm.
Certainly, right? You'd think one of the big three, right?
I would agree. I would also think something even like um, maybe a Marco's or
Yeah,
a pizza kind of
yeah.
style.
We'll see.
Yeah, Little Caesars, right? I could think being up there. But no, man, it is not. And it is with 9,700 locations, Hunt's Brothers. Um, the top of that list in general. I mean, listen, dude, you're right. Domino's Pizza have both around 7,000 locations. That's quoted here from finance.yahoo. But Hunt's Brothers. So
Yeah,
do you have any familiarity with them? I've
yeah,
seen one or two. I haven't even had a pizza from there yet, to tell you the truth, though.
yeah. They're out of southern Indiana, right? So not that far. I'm from Indiana and live in Michigan, so very familiar with Hunt's Brothers, and it's. And I don't want to say this like derogatory. It is clearly a frozen product that's kind of heated there, right? It's gas station, it's C-store pizza. But
Yep,
what's brilliant about them is they're able to go into literally any space, right? They use a convection oven, right? And that's the brilliance. They don't have their own stores, right? They go in
yep,
every mom and pop gas station. You drive from Michigan all the way down to Tennessee, you're going to find the Hunts Brothers, right? Because they go in and it's C-store pizza, and so I guess the call to locations kind of it's kind of like saying, Coca-Cola has, 18 million locations. Well, not really, right? But I understand
yeah,
that their popularity and what they are is, I don't know if they're necessarily locations, they're features of an existing establishment.
yeah. I think that's really unique. And if we had one of our friends Troy here today to talk about this,
Yeah.
I'd love
Oh,
to
right.
because I think one of the really interesting things about them they kind of noted here in the article is like in general, right? They're quote unquote a franchise, right? But in general, they don't charge a franchising fee, advertising, or royalty fees, which
Right.
is just bonkers
Right.
for a franchise
Bonkers.
in general. I guess the idea is here they sell ingredients to the franchise, and I'm sure there's an exclusivity component to that, right? Where
Yeah.
you have to buy it from them. I'm sure there's obviously there has to be some sort of
Has
markup
to
to
be.
the
Yeah.
product fault, otherwise they wouldn't be making any money. But in general, they also offer equipment for let's call it rock prices. They quoted here of like 10,000 to get started. They don't. None of these are freestanding locations, like you noted. They're all kind of C-store component, right? Whether
Mhm.
there's something to a gas station or something like that. But I didn't know about this like
Yeah.
franchise model with just an ingredient sale. That's the only. Listen, maybe there's something else small, but it's not just standard franchise fee or something of the
No,
sort. It doesn't seem to be apply. So maybe that's why there are so many locations.
because there's
Maybe it is
so.
something that you can really get into pretty quickly.
Yeah,
So I
I
don't know.
think.
Interesting. I
Yeah,
just didn't know about the model like that.
I think you nailed it. Right? I think they're affordable to get into. Right? They probably, have a payback of pretty short time frame. Right? And the Hunts Brothers,
Yeah.
essentially, they're a glorified frozen pizza distributor. And I don't say that negatively, but that's what they're doing. Right? Instead of being on the supermarket shelf, they're in the gas station. So it's a brilliant concept. Right? As we see C-store pizzas kind of take off. I looked this. I knew this because I looked this up a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, Hunts Brothers," and I know Casey's isn't that far behind, so definitely
Yeah.
interesting. And I'm wondering if we're going to see more models like this pop up I'm thinking we will, especially with the home pizza oven or mobile pizza oven becoming so affordable now with electric models. This makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say it is interesting, man. That is for sure.
Yeah,
So, all right, Hunt's Brothers. I'm gonna have to check out one of your pies
let's do
sometime
it.
soon and see if there's one. Another quick one. I did touch upon this last week, but I just wanted to bring it up with you as well. It was this article out of PMQ's copying the feature of it of Domino's latest promotion of the so-called tipping fatigue in general, Jim. Right?
Yeah.
You tip a delivery driver $3 or more, Domino's is quote unquote tipping you back and giving you a coupon for an order the next week to take that $3 off their next push. Again, I mean, just like listen, another well placed like promotion by Domino's. Again, it feels well seated. Like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, I like the idea. Tipping is in the news in general, and it's like, hey, be great and extend a tip, to your driver, and you're going to get something in return. So kind of cool. Maybe they actually are caring about employees and little
Ooh,
people on
maybe.
this whole thing. What
I,
do you
I think
think?
they are right, but marketing. I'm sure there's a 3% coupon out there, right? That was out there months ago, right? But I think it's just the notion of you take care of us, we take care of you, right? And building that partnership family. This is a masterclass in marketing, right? Everything Domino's does, I'm like, oh, that's great, right? And every time, so I don't know. I like it, and I think I'm here for it. And if nothing else, it's a good message to the employees. Like, hey, we see you. We want people to take care of you. We'll try to take care of them. So it's fun. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I'm with you, man. I do feel it that way. Like everything seems to hit from Domino's for the most
Everything
part.
seems to
I'm
hit.
not a marketing guru, obviously, but I read the news and I
Yeah.
see posts, I hear people saying like I just keep hearing Domino's all
Every
the time. And
time.
as they listen, by no means any sort of financial advice, but we did just see them report, right? They've had a lot of good news about how these promotions have gone over their bottom line, especially about in regards to increasing their loyalty program, right? Kind of
Yep.
this refresh or rebrand, I think brought 2 million subscribers back to the loyalty program,
Brilliant.
which is crazy, just from the
Crazy.
sheer sense of people being on the platform right, and engaging with them, man, from a sign-up perspective. So that emergency pizza idea, all these things just seem to keep hitting for Domino's, man. So
Yeah, they don't miss, and when they do, they own it and they move on. So I think it's cool. There's cats off the Domino's again.
well, listen, we just had some takeout, so let's move back home.
Let's fire it up.
This one, this one out of this one's actually out of our King Arthur Baking.com. I also get a newsletter from them. This is one of the articles I featured this week. The best and most affordable pizza is the one you make yourself. Homemade pizza is economical, low effort, and better than delivery. Just for reference for anyone else, King Arthur did a big pizza series probably
Huge.
last summer, I think, of really referencing like different pizza creators and a number of different recipes and pizza techniques, and it was really cool. So I'm happy to see them always continue to talk about pizza. But Jim, in general, let's
Yeah.
just talk home pizza, man. Home pizza in general, the best, most affordable pizza is the one you make yourself. I mean, I'm with it. I love making pizzas at home. For you, what do you think is the easiest pizza for people to make at home? Is it a pan pizza for the most part?
Yeah, I think it's a variation of a pan or a grandma, right? Something that you don't really have to do much forming. You let the pan do the work. I think those are the easiest, though, and they're generally the most approachable. So I'd say a pan, right? Sicilians or grandmas can be high hydration and fussy. So yeah, I think so. I also think a close second to your thin tavern style, right? They're really easy to work with. You use a rolling pin, and again, you kind of
Yeah.
form it. But as the article says, right, you break it down, and I mean, it's not even close. And listen, that this shouldn't be a shock to anyone, right? That making pizza at home is cheaper than going out, but I don't think there's a difference in experience. And it's a guy who literally has devoted the past 2 years of writing recipes to make pizza at home. There's something else about going to the pizza shop and letting a master make their craft. So they're not
Yeah.
necessarily comparable, but I agree. Pizza should be made in the home and consumed outside the home. Hard stop.
So my one question or one counter
Yeah.
argument to this general, and it's not a counter argument because I agree.
Yeah.
I throw a conundrum your way and say, when people think dinner, I often think a lot of times we think last minute, right? Like,
Yep.
oh, I'm putting it together. Where I think a lot of the pizzas that really benefit, that people love and enjoy come from time, right?
Absolutely.
So the idea that plan ahead can be tough, right? So you had to think like, oh shoot, I'm going to make pizza. Let me make some dough and throw it in my fridge, right? World of difference, in my opinion, than just like making dough on the fly,
Yeah.
right? Which I think people totally could. And there's just a different level of pizza. Are people losing out, Jim, by not planning ahead and making those last minute pizzas? I don't know, man. How does that sit with you? What have I put in front of you? Take it wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, right? Most pizza recipes they're going to want to rise for minimum 8 hours, right? And there's
Yeah.
some quick ones, and even some tortilla pizza recipes that aren't terrible.
Yeah.
But you're right, it takes planning a lot of times, right? Pizza's that quintessential food. We burnt dinner. Well, I need emergency pizza. Hashtag Domino's, right? So I'm with
Yep.
you that pizza. The drawback to pizza is planning, right? And planning ahead. And even if you have it in the fridge or the freezer, it's got to come up. So you're right, is yes, it's economical to make it home, but it's not quick to make it home. And they're trash. So you're absolutely right that, the hack or the way around it is you go buy dough from your favorite pizzeria, support them a little bit to make it home, right? There's kind of your middle ground.
Yeah.
And I know every pizzeria loves just selling you dough because they just got their money from you with no work, right? No overhead.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
don't feel bad about doing that ever.
Good point. And I think one of the things to kind of counter that probably is like, listen, I need to get better about freezing dough and being able to thaw it and use it. That's something that I struggle with doing. So I don't know. Maybe one day we're gonna get someone interesting on who can share a good dough thawing recipe or a good dough, like a good dough to freeze at home and be able to utilize it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can find one.
Um, Next one up, I'm going to call this pizza adjacent only because like I
Yeah.
can't help but talk about it. I'm not going to lie. This one, guys, out of food and wine, and this one is Panera debuts a bread for the Kentucky Derby, and it comes with a $100 gift card. It looks good enough to eat. So yes, listen, I'm not gonna lie. If this was a Pizza Hut, it would be even more fitting. But I'm
Yeah.
sticking this literally pun
Well,
intended because it's close to it, right, with bread. So we're in the dough category in general, but the Kentucky Derby, while technically a horse race, is perhaps better known for its iconic drink, the mint julep, and even more so for its fancy hats. Derby guests and at-home watchers alike don over-the-top pizza to celebrate the event. So in general, though, Panera is has created a bread hat. Created a non-bread themed fashion for the likes of Jennifer Lopez and Lady Gaga. Jim, this is an iconic bread bowl that Panera does. What do you think of this thing?
If you were doing a Mad Libs and you say blank made a blank for the blank, right? And you came up with, Panera Bread made a hat for the Kentucky Derby. Oh, that's a fun Mad Libs, right?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, Panera, I think they're out of St. Louis, right? They're not even out of Kentucky. And I got nothing, but I mean, I'll make 15 pizzas a night, right? Only over this. It does not make sense. Right? What am I missing? Fill me in, bud. Am I just being too close minded? I got nothing.
I think Pizza Hut would look pretty cool.
Pizza Hut would slap all day.
You know, I will note that in general, the company starts selling them April 29th for the reasonable sum of $21 via the Panera shop. Panera says the price tag is a playful nod to the 21 new and enhanced dishes on its newly revamped menu. And I'll quote here, if wearing a bread bowl makes you crave eating one, all online purchases of the hat will also come with a $100 Panera gift card, which you can use to get a couple of the edible versions of the bowls filled with creamy tomato or French onion
French
soup.
onion soup, right?
I
We're just
mean,
selling
listen,
soup here, but
I don't think there's no way to describe this in terms of like need
no.
in any sort
No.
of way. I just will note, like, I mean, the Derby's about the hats. Like, the hats
Yeah.
are a thing at the Derby. I don't know how Panera made this connection, and I don't know how many of these things are going to sell, but I'm all right with it, man. Like, go ahead, go Panera, do your thing.
I guess it's not hurting anybody. It just seems like marketing Mad Libs to me.
I don't know who came up with this thing, though. I'll tell you, that was a stretch. Right?
That
Someone
was
was like,
a
you know what, we're
literal
going to make
stretch.
a bread bowl hat. We are going to make a bread bowl
Bread bowl hat.
And
You
it's gonna
heard
be
me
a
right.
Derby seller.
Hat may have a bread bowl. Can't eat it. Don't eat it. But we'll give people a gift card. It'll be chill.
Oh my lord, that is ridiculous. So what else we got? Oh, let's talk a little bit about James Beard.
Yeah. Oh, great
So
segue.
pizza today. Yeah, perfect segue efforts. The pizza today has made a list of some of the James Beard nominees. We've got Muhammad Abdal Hadi out of Down North Pizzeria in Philly. We've got Sarah Minnick, Lovely's 50/50, Portland, Oregon. Tony Conti, Inferno Pizza
Yep.
Napolitana, that's in Maryland as well. We've got a few others recognized as well. Best Chef by Region out of California, Michael Porcini, and Stefano Porcini as well. They're out of Long Beach in the Great Lakes region, Salvatore Fernandez. And then for New York, we've
Ooh,
Scar
there we
from
go.
Scar's Pizza as well being recognized. So good job,
Yeah,
Jim Beard. Pizza people. At
absolutely.
least I'll say there's 6 individuals or 7 individuals who are pizza centric here, not like the New York Times top 100 list that wasn't only
Wasn't
featuring 2 pizzerias. James Beard recognizes the value of
oh,
pizza more than the Times, perhaps. I'm not sure.
I loved it, right? And you're right. We talked about it then. The pizzeria is it's a category of restaurant, right? But no, it's good. Good list. Nice to see some familiar names and faces. So congrats to all.
Absolutely. And I will note, we didn't get to talk about it tonight, but there was a good article that the Times put out this week as well, which was highlighting the future of pizza in New York in general, and it was Goodbye Gas. The future of New York City's pizza is electric. A lot of good quotes in there from other pizza makers in New York talking about kind of the move to electric. I think one of the big names kind of promoted to that was Mama's Too,
Yep.
right, who moved
Huge.
downtown and ended up going all electric just because simply there was no gas
Had
available
to.
in the building, right?
Right.
Like, so, yeah, you have to. We're seeing a lot of different pizzas now being cooked in New York on electric ovens. So, I don't know, it's pretty interesting,
Yeah.
I would say, in general. And the regulation that's coming in, right, with this kind of like
Huge.
pollutant scrapers, right, that you kind of have to put on top of your coal or wood fired, right, to kind of trying to filter out particulates. Um, in the air. These are expensive. It seems like a lot of these operators are pushing back against those. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes in New York City,
Yeah.
I think, as well.
Agreed.
Just to
And
both
I
of
think we could get in a whole, tangent of, well, are pizza makers really the problem, or is it, but whatever. And yeah, good to see people adapting, right, and rolling with it. And if you would have told, a pizza maker 70 years ago they had to cook with electric, they probably would have hit you, right? And
yeah,
now here we are.
absolutely. I'm with you on that. So
Yeah.
interesting shift to see about that. And then what else do we have to talk about today? Oh,
Uh,
PMQ.
PM.
Let's talk about
Yeah, I
yeah.
like
Let's
this
talk
one.
about Georgia Kaparuska is
Yeah.
taking NYC's back in 2002 the next level. Um, Always interesting to see what Georgia does. I think Michael actually had her on a
Yeah.
little while ago, maybe last year. I think she was on pizza as well. But do you know anything about Don Antonio? Or
Oh,
I mean,
a
the
ton,
scar.
bud, a ton. And as good as their Neapolitans are, their Montanera pizzas, I mean, they're the best. I truly think they're the best in the world. Which they don't even mention here, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's how good all of their offerings are. Their Neapolitans. So yeah, big fan, big fan. They're definitely in my Mount Rushmore for sure. How about you? I
Nice,
know you're a
buddy.
fan.
Nice, buddy. I am absolutely. It's it's. I think it's one like I think it doesn't get the same credit. I think when you hear about pizzerias, and I wonder if it's always just because it is Neapolitan from an offering that like sometimes gets overlooked unless you're like Anthony, right?
Right.
Who's got a pizza napolitana for the most part. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, right? Like Georgia's dad, right, is Roberto from Castel, who's beyond well known
Yeah.
for his Neapolitan as well, but also Castel doesn't get picked up a lot too as well. So I don't know, but I feel like a couple of years ago, a lot more Neapolitan spots would get more of the credit
Agreed.
You think about that. I don't know. It's
I
a
know.
little bit of a
It's
shift
fun.
now, right?
I'm excited to see when the Montanero pie becomes a thing. It's going to, right?
Yeah.
We're so close. It's basically you take a dough, you fry it like you're making an elephant ear, and then you finish it like a normal pizza, and it's got just like wonderful texture. And they crush
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's fun to highlight, the generations, right? Generations of pizza evolved. This is a perfect example. So it's fun. It was a great article.
Absolutely. I'm with you there, buddy. All right. Well, listen, I think we'll leave it there for the day. Jim, always good to talk with you
Always.
as always, my man. Where can everyone find you across social media, my friend?
Jim Cook's Food Good, wherever you get your social media. That's me.
I love it. All right. And for everyone else, please look for us. I Need Pizza Club on YouTube at I Need Pizza Club. We're there. We've got a lot of content. We've got a lot of videos. We need you to like them and subscribe to them. Check out our page. We've got a lot of other good shows, right? There's some other guys and gals talking about pizza as well. Find them all on YouTube. Like,
All of them.
subscribe, find us there. I Need Pizza Club. And for everyone else, guys, thanks everyone for coming. We'll catch you next week for another episode on that. See ya.